Hi. I'm an idiot. Mm. Hi, Elizabeth. I don't know if there's really anyone here because this is not my normal time. But Carol, I haven't updated anybody in a while, so here I am. And just behind me is a little bit of magic. Rax, I wasn't expecting you to be awake. What are you doing up? Isn't it like 5:30 in the morning? Hi, C. So I'm finishing the square and working on Adventure Time. And then I was going to take a picture of my progress because I'm making lots of changes. And then I'm going to start this one. And I thought this one was glow in the dark on all the white. But it's not. And Matt really liked that one. Matt made me buy that one. So he says he's over it now, but I'm going to do it for him anyway. And I'm going to make the white glow in the dark. And I'm going to put it on the wall on his side of the bed so that if he wakes up in the middle of the night, he's just going to have a glowy lioness staring at him. And he wakes up several times in the middle of the night. Hi, Sophie. Okay, you're doing... I don't have a bra on, Carol. You're doing dishes, Sophie? Chloroform. I should have worn this last Thursday. I was going to, and I was like, that would be in bad taste. But knowing what I know now, I should have. So last Thursday, I had to have wait, did I miss a poopy thing? I see Sophie posted a whole bunch of poop. Is Rax? Oh, Rax is having stomach issues. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better. I saw you shopping earlier. So I had to have a endometrial biopsy last Thursday. That was fun. No, it wasn't. Just for knowledge, if you've never had one, and you're going to get one, and you Google it, it tells you that it's a really quick pinch, and it makes it seem like it's a cervical biopsy where they just do a hole punch. No. Most of the time, that's what it is. Certain doctors don't do that. My doctor jabbed for 15-20 seconds, was inserting it in and out, stabbing my uterus to get samples from different areas. That was worse than having a baby. I've never felt intense pain like that before. When I had it, and this is like, my pain tolerance is pretty high. When I had Aiden, Matt can even come and tell you, even though he doesn't want to be on camera, but when I had Aiden, I got to the hospital like 7 or 8 centimeters dilated, 7 to 8 centimeters dilated. That's what they said. And I was convinced that they were going to send me home because I thought it was just Braxton Hicks. They had me like bouncing on a ball to help get it to the 10. And I was like bouncing away happily because I was so excited, because I was like, every contraction is a step closer to meeting my baby. So I was just bouncing and laughing in between contractions. They had medical students come in and they were like shocked. Like, I have never seen someone this happy in labor, but I was so excited. And yeah, this was way worse than that. I would do the cervical one like 10 times, maybe more, 20, 25 times over before I would do the endometrial again, which it had to be done. So, I mean, I won't have to do it again. They didn't find anything. Everything's fine there. but I've been having issues with my period, so they just wanted to make sure. August 21st. So midway through the event, Claws and Paws, if you're new and you don't know, I host that with Laura at Anxiety Art Adventures. Hi, Angie. Hi, Melanie. August 21st, I am getting a hysterectomy because I have endometriosis. They've been trying to control it with different types of birth control, and it's been one problem after another. So finally, they believe me and they're taking it out. I don't know if I'm going to get to keep my ovaries or not. It depends how damaged it looks when they go in there. But as of right now, they're planning to try to keep my ovaries in there. But that's mid-event. I don't know how I'll be feeling. So Matt might be doing a whip and chat for me one week. I don't know if he's gonna diamond paint while he does it. But yes, Claws and Paws. We have to make an announcement video. We have to figure out prizes for every week first. And Laura's been doing We Wax, which just came out yesterday if you missed it. She just sold out, but she does have paintings that she's destashing on there. Bob, are you in chat? No. Oh no, Rax just laughing at you, diamond painting. He can do live pen turning. I don't know if he can. He could, but he would probably have to voice over because it's loud. He has like a vacuum that runs to try to suck up the shavings. I can do it without the vacuum. He said he could do it without the vacuum. The lathe itself isn't really noisy. The tools are, but if you're doing like sanding and polishing and stuff, I don't know. We'll see. We're also going to try to arrange it that week would be my off week anyway. So hopefully by the time it is my week, I will be feeling better. But yeah, she was nervous. I think a lot of people forgot yesterday, so she was stressing out. And she's like, well, I know not to make 40 tins, but I know Cooter really wanted to get We Wax. So I asked him, I was during her live, and I asked Cooter if she got We Wax. And she was like, oh, no, I totally forgot. So a whole bunch of people went. I know. It's not like I haven't done that before, Carol. I did a live from my bed. It was bad angles, though, apparently. So, yeah, Claws and Paws. There is going to be international prizes for trays and pens and stuff. We decided instead of actually purchasing them and having them on hand, we would just do gift cards, and that way you can customize how you want and pick what you want. And that way we have more international prizes. Now that I have the diamond painting company, I'm going to try. We're definitely doing a giveaway in the US where Laura will donate to a cat and dog animal rescue, but you will also get one of our canvases. And if we can swing it, I'm going to try to do an international dropship winner or a gift card for international dropship. Haven't figured out those details yet. But I'm excited for Claws and Paws. I decided I'm not going to be doing my own kits for Claws and Paws. I have so many things to unbox, and I was supposed to unbox for Elizabeth, and I still haven't done it, and I feel shitty, and it's off to the side waiting for me, but I haven't done it. But I got story time from her forever ago because I love goats. And I want to do that one. And we opened it up to all animals. I even got Laura to say Kitsunebi qualifies. And that's just a human with fox ears and a tail. But it's mostly all human. So yeah, any kind of animal. But when we do the event, I am going to be doing the goat. And then I'm hoping I can swing Matt into letting me buy one, whether we have good sales or what. But my birthday's coming up, and I want the raccoon one from Abigail, and I want to support my two besties in the small shop world and show their stuff. Even though I did buy some of my own kits, but I'm not going to work it for the event. Claws and Paws and Furries. Oh my God, that would be amazing. We need a furry event. And yes, it is August 1st through the end of September. So, like Abigail posted a few of her one of her kits qualifies for like 3 different events. Some of our kits overlap and qualify for other events. But yeah. So, have biopsy, check. Everything's fine, check. Hysterectomy coming up, check. And with a history coming up, I don't expect it to affect the shop. I would hope that if paintings were to arrive while I was recovering, Matt would take over a lot of the physical part of it, because usually I do that all by myself. Or he'll put the stickers on the outer box while I pack the inside box. But usually he's never alone doing it. But I'm hoping that this one time, if I write the notes and I direct him, he'll take care of it. So, I don't know what he's reading. Are you in chat? Then what are you reading?
I'm reading.
Okay. I don't know why you're reading over there with me talking right here. Gosh. I think Hannah's doing a Cheryl Baker as well, Carol. No, Elizabeth, stop. I told Abigail yesterday, I'm like, you need to tell me if someone ever says anything about getting it, because I know how cooter it can be as well. And I need time to prep for presents because I'm an anxious girl. And I've talked about this before, but I always feel like presents come with some sort of expectation, whether it's forgiveness or letting bad behavior slide, whatever, it stresses me out. So I know Elizabeth and Abigail did something really nice at the retreat for me, and for some reason that didn't bug me. But like, especially if they're expensive stuff, it makes me really anxious. And then I get all panicky and like, what do they want from me? So anyway, yeah, I want to do Elizabeth, Enablers Outpost, because I have so many and I have yet to work on one. And then I have, but still, see, when people don't tell me things just show up at my house, that process starts after, and it messes me up. So I'd rather have it processed and taken care of, and like, I've dealt with this and I know they don't expect anything from me before it even gets here. I'd rather get that part out of the way so that I can enjoy the gift. But don't go crazy. I know you don't have the money for that, Elizabeth. You stop it. Although I was considering, I know there's one Abigail wants. I don't know if it's Cats in Space or if she actually bought that one, but there's a few that she wants. And I've thought about being like, Abigail, you want to trade? But anyway, you can take the child. You have the rest. Well, not the cookies. I'll share my cookies though. So, yeah, I want to do the raccoons because I love raccoons. Trash Panda. And if you haven't seen Crystal on Instagram, she is a disabled raccoon, and they try to give her different foods all the time to see if she'll accept it. And sometimes she makes crunchies, and it's super cute. I normally don't like hearing chewing, but it's super cute when it's Crystal. And they carry her in like a little baby carrier because her legs don't work. And they put her in a high chair to eat, and it's just the cutest freaking thing, and I'm obsessed. So, yeah. One more personal thing I want to talk about. So the other day, Matt, okay, let me go ahead and take care of that for Abigail. So the other day, Matt and I went to a adult toy store because it's his birthday on Monday. And we decided to stop there. And we were talking to the lady that works there, and she was showing us some of the stuff. And she was showing us a vibrating remote control thingy. And she told us that she had just sold one to a pastor's wife who apparently was going to be using it during the sermon. And he was going to have the remote while they were in church. And she was so excited for Sunday because she was going to be getting off in front of the entire congregation. And I was like, what religion is this? This is not what I expect at church. What the hell? Showing the store stuff, Elizabeth. And then I asked about extra lubricational things, natural lubricational things. People will think she's speaking in tongues. I know, that is so weird. She didn't tell me her name or the name of the church, but I don't think they have HIPAA laws. But yeah, I was like, dude, I would be horrified. I grew up Catholic. My mom made me go to church every week. I would be horrified to know. Well, then again, the priests don't have wives, but still, that shouldn't be happening in God's house. Okay? I don't care what religion you are. If you're not religious, it was just really weird. So anyway, I was looking for some natural lubrication stuff to help girls do things that they can do that they don't, not all girls know how to do. And apparently there's one specific spot that'll make you do it. So I was asking for stuff, and she grabs this pill and she puts it on the counter. Sophie wants a link. I'm not even gonna lie, Matt bought that same thing. Okay. We haven't used it though. And she puts down this pill and she's like, you can float down the lazy river all you want. And Matt and I both stared at her like dumbfounded. I know it's not evil, but sex play in church, it just ick. Babies get baptized there, okay? So yeah, she's like, you can float in the lazy river all you want. And we both sat there like, what? And she's like, but if you want the tidal wave pool, this thing will take care of you. And it took a second for the finishing of the sentence to process, because we were just like, how did you know we have a shop named Lazy River? Hi, Cooter. She didn't know. It just came up. But I'm like, what are the odds? How often is it that Lazy River comes up in normal conversation, especially when we're talking about this particular subject? Anyway, so that's personal stories. For those who were in Cooter's Live yesterday, and I mentioned that boy, everything went fine. It was his last session, so he was just going around to say bye to everyone. He waved from the door, and there was no closer contact or more interaction than that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't remember if I told the whole cop story at ABA, let me know, and I will tell you. Okay, so back to now business stuff, I guess. This order's taking a whole lot longer than I expected. And longer than, like, double the time so far that any other order has taken. So I am very sorry. Aww. I hope you recorded it, Cooter. That would be a cute outtake. Yay, Elizabeth, you're almost done. That'll be your second finish for the year. I shouldn't talk. I don't know how many finishes I have. I think 1 or 2. So yeah, it's taken a lot longer than I expected. I think the problem was yeah, Melanie, let me finish this and then I will tell a cop story. The problem was we released like 13 images at once. And then we had our very first sale and we sold double the normal amount that we order for. So with all of the new images being uploaded and like pretty much all of them being ordered in that first run, all of them need to go through final. They don't go through final render through the designer until they're ordered. Everything you see on our side is just computer generated. The designer hasn't touched it. I was hoping that after it went through the designer, they would send me what it would look like a mock-up of what it would look like with drills down, but they only do that step once. So all I get afterwards is the charting, and I can't post the charting. So that's another thing too, is Matt and I have thrown this idea around a little bit. If anyone has any completions of our kit and they would like to, and we have their permission, give me a shout or an email with the full canvas that you did. And what we're planning is we would post that picture as a third image on each listing as we get them and credit the person that we got it from. So if you'd rather us send them to Facebook or your YouTube or your Instagram, let us know and we will credit you for the image. And that way other people can see what it looks like fully done. Hi, Laura. How was dinner? What did you have? So yeah, next run, I still sent them like 14 or 15 images, but I'm not going to release them all at the same time. I'm probably going to do like 3 or 4 every few days or once a week or whatever. So that way, once we get to around that point that normally is 4 weeks, I'll cut it off and say, okay, tomorrow I'm putting an order in, last call. And that way it shouldn't take as long as it did this time. Learning curve. Thank you, Kuda, for the link. I love that you said ramen. I don't think you even know. But when I show the images that we have rendered, you will see. That is hilarious. Okay. Now, back in time. Cop story. So there's a kid, I talked about him before. His initial is Z. He was very good friends with Aiden at ABA. They hung out outside of ABA. But the image quality on IG isn't great. So if you send it direct, like from your phone or your computer or however you took it, then it would be a higher quality. Whoa, why did that come up? I wasn't ready to show this yet. Chill, laptop. So Aiden was really good friends with this other kid, Z, who goes to ABA. They hung out a lot. They texted a lot. They would get into arguments. I will type it in chat under Matthew's name. LazyRiverArt@gmail.com. But yeah, even if we get more than one from each, it's okay, Abigail. Even if we get one from different people, we still get a sense of who you are, your aesthetic. Like Rax takes amazing pictures. So it would be like a gallery that a whole bunch of different people, even though it's the same art, infuse some personality in it, I guess. Yes, for sure, Sophie. They're in production right now. So they're printing them. I expect sometime this week to get tracking. And then it takes less than a week for it to get to my house. So as soon as they come in, I probably next Saturday will do scoops. and then I'll start packing stuff to go out. So yeah, I'm hoping by next week they will start shipping, which is why I'm comfortable starting to release images again. And I will show you guys what we have. But the Zuri, I keep saying his name, the Z kid. Anyway, it turns out that my suspicions about his sexuality was correct. And he had a crush on Aiden. And he was being very domineering with Aiden. He was jealous. Oh my God, Melanie, that would be so cute. I wanted to do it too, but then I changed my mind, decided to support my friends instead. So I would love to see it come together during the event. It will, Laura, for sure. It will. And then this is the piece. I keep getting distracted. I'm sorry. I smoked yesterday. I got high yesterday, and now I'm kind of loopy. But this is the thingy that I'm sending to Sophie because it's Hello Kitty, and I'm not super into that stuff, so I'm sending that to her. I have a whole bunch of other prints that I'll probably send to people because I was going to hang them, but they end up just sitting in the envelope. So the kid had a crush on Aiden. He got jealous because Aiden was getting along with his therapist and telling the therapist more than he would tell Z. And at one point, they just separated them. And Z got physically somewhat violent with the lady running his program. And she told him she would call the police, and he calmed down. And then he tried again to get past her to get to Aiden. So the police were called. And I had no idea what was going on. I usually sit in the car during ABA. I ran to Food Lion because it was towards the end of the session. So I'm like, I'm going to run to Food Lion, get what I need, and then I'll come back, pick him up, and we'll head home. So I went to Food Lion. And the way that this is set up is like there's Food Lion at like a 4-way intersection, and then there's one building, and then there's the parking lot where ABA is. So there's the merge lane to get out of Food Lion into the cross street, and then there's a shoulder like right after that to turn into all these different buildings because it's a main road. And I just stayed in the shoulder because I'm not traveling very far. I'm not going to go and get in the way of people that are actually traveling the road at high speeds if I'm slowly getting on and then immediately turning off. While I was doing that, there was a cop that was circling the building between Food Lion and the therapist's office, and he came out right behind me. And then I turned into the parking lot for ABA, and he came in behind me. And I thought I was going to get pulled over. Why are you writing test? I thought I was getting pulled over and was going to get a ticket for staying in the, like, breakdown shoulder thing. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And then another cop car pulled up, and then another cop car pulled up. And eventually there was like over 20 people. There was a whole bunch of police officers. The fire chief came. 2 different ambulances of paramedics came. And during that time, Z came out the front door, and I was parked right in front of the front door waiting, confused, not knowing what's going on. And Z comes out, he gets on the phone, he starts crying, he's taken to the side of the building, and he's talking to a police officer, and the whole time I have no idea what's going on. So finally I signaled one of the therapists over that was standing around and was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it had anything to do with Aiden, but we just recently looked at Aiden's phone and got confirmation that Z does seem to have feelings for Aiden, and it's controlling and not a good situation. And Aiden is asexual. They're both autistic. So I think Z was misinterpreting the signs from Aiden, that Aiden wanted a friend, as being interested in him romantically. And Aiden was not interpreting the signs at all that Z was into him romantically, even though the things he would say, you can tell. That it was like, you know that thing you do when you're a teenager and you like somebody, but you're not sure if they like you, so you play it off like you're joking to test how they feel. That's kind of what he was doing with Aiden. But he was also like, why don't you text me back? Like immediately. If he would text Aiden and Aiden didn't text him back right away, he would get upset. He was jealous. And then, yeah, trying to get to him. I'm like, what would he have done if he got to Aiden? I don't know. It was overkill. And it was stressful as crap not knowing what was going on. And I felt bad for Zuri. There I go saying his name again. Anyway, I felt bad for him because he's autistic. His relationship with his dad isn't great. He is Black in the South. He paints his nails. So he already has so many biases against him. And I feel bad, but at the same time, like, I didn't know what he was capable of if Aiden upset him enough. So they had to get separated. They changed their days so that they wouldn't see each other at ABA anymore. But yesterday, Z was leaving ABA for good. Like, he's finished. He's not doing it anymore. So he had to come in with his mom, and they said bye to everyone there. And Aiden happened to be there. So they asked Aiden. Aiden was cool with it, but they wanted to make sure with me. And I'm like, as long as it's like he's not coming in the room, it's from a distance, sure. But like, I don't want them interacting or physically being close enough to each other for anything. Which they're super protective of it too. So when that did happen, Z's therapist was right by his side and his mom, and Aiden's therapist was between the door and Aiden so that she could step in if necessary. But nothing happened. Everything was good. So that's one thing off our plates. We blocked his number from Aiden's phone and like deleted any reference at all where he can't get in touch with Aiden and Aiden wouldn't know how to get in touch with him because he doesn't have the information anymore. Because that's not a healthy friendship or relationship. And Aiden says he's asexual, but he might change his mind. I don't know. I don't care either way, but I want him to know what a healthy relationship looks like if he does get into a relationship. So yeah, it's been fun. Anticipating paintings next week. If not next week, I will be very upset and I will be nagging her for the week after to definitely be here. So everything will definitely be here and shipped by August. So new images. Y'all want to see? I have all of the original images, and I have one that I'm not releasing right now, but just came out, and I just got the original image from the artist. So I want to show you guys that one because I've talked about it before. And then she was able to chart some of them, but some of them I needed them to change size, or I didn't want to overload her. So I sent her a few days later. So she hasn't charted they haven't done the mock-up render yet on all of them, but I have most of them. So I'll show you the originals of everything, and then whatever I do have a mock-up of, I will show you. Okay. So let me get this figured out again. You're probably going to also see images you've already seen. Because I'm going to scroll through and they're all alphabetical. So we'll see how this goes. No. Unfortunately, the CJ ones are not ones that I have the mock-ups for yet. Okay, so this one is super big. And I don't know why it opened like this, but this is Aquario. And this is by Vicky Rivero or Victoria Rivero. I have another one from her, and I only did 5 from her. 3 already out. I would like to license some more, so I'm hoping that we'll sell more. But they don't seem to be as popular as much as I love them. So there's that one. And then I can't just, can I? Nope. Oh, well, I could have done that before. Why did it open like this? Probably because it's a PDF. Let me. Okay, so I had to stop sharing so that I could share something else. Where is it? Where is it? Oh. Okay, so there's this one. And this is Aquamarine number 1 by CJ. Aesthetic Cozy Studio. This is like my favorite colors, so I'm excited. And you've seen these, This one is going to be one that we release. And I think this one's called Moon Fairy. I can't remember exactly what it's called at this moment, but this is by Bryn Elizabeth. And then another one from CJ. This is Goddess of Fire 5, I think. And I chose this one because all the red and the orange and fire. I'm a fire sign. I'm a Leo. So it felt summery to me. This is Sophie's that she was asking about. Her kitty. I've shown Sophie that one before, but I can show it again. What are you, Melanie? And then this one is called Hathor, and this is by Bryn Elizabeth. This one I am likely going to place a dropship order because I would really like Ashley at Bliss Studio Hobbies to do an unboxing of this one. Sophie, do you want me to show the fairy again? Yeah, Raph, when Sophie bought 2. She was only going to buy 1, but then Rafi really wanted that kitty one, so she caved. And then there is Ione, and this is a crop version. There's 2 different versions of this one. I cropped it for the ones who don't want nudity. The cropped version will be round. The full version will be square because I think Melanie would murder me if it wasn't. So there is the uncropped version. And I find the uncropped version prettier, personally. Like all of this extra stuff on the sides, not even counting her boobs, just the extra details down here I like. And then there's Magic Potion Shop by Rinlin. And Matt helped me pick which one. Not murder so much, just hurt. So this one's going to be coming out. And I love it. I love the little froggies with their little wizard hats. Yeah, Elizabeth, you just ordered one from Ren too. I think it's the same one. I didn't look at what it was, but Matt told me you did. And I'm pretty sure it's the one that I'm doing for my nephew's room because they're turning it from a nursery into like a big boy toddler room. So I'm going to do that one for his room. Oh, Elizabeth didn't get nothing. She just said she wanted it. Sophie, it's time. Mermaid Queen by Karen Yumi Lusted. I have been obsessed with this one since the beginning, but Koi Mermaid had a lot more different colors in it. It was a lot more dynamic, so I wanted that to be like a showstopper, but this one is a showstopper too. No, not Sophie, Cooter. I'm sorry, Cooter. I blended you together, like the two that I still talk to. But yeah, the tail is everything. Sophie probably would like this one too, though, because it's purple. But Cooter has been begging for this one to come out. And like it looks like her crown is made out of coral. I love it. Cooter and Sophie and Cootie. Yes. Cootie. Well, what isn't Cooter gonna marry Sophie with a backwards hat? So that's like your ship name, Cootie. And then this one you've seen before if you're part of our emails. This is by someone in the community, Richter's Rhinestones. They made this for me forever ago. Even before they got licensed with Sparkle Queen Creations, which if you haven't looked at Sparkle Queen Creations, Richter's got a piece there, so go check that out too. But yeah, she made me a mermanatee because it's both sides of our business combined into one. Sophie, probably. Like, I can't get in, just make a different one. So yeah, this one's cute. They made this one like 60 by 80 though, and I'm like, I don't think it needs to be that big. So we asked them to go down 50 by 70. So I don't have the charting for this one at the size that we're going to have it at. But I'm excited to get to release it. And then here's the other one from Rinlin. Laura, look. It's noodles. So yeah, that was totally not on purpose that you happen to eat ramen as I'm showing one of the kits that has a bowl of ramen. But I love this one. It's so cute. And then, oh, the other ones are at the end. So, no, there we go. So this is Xiangxia. I think it's actually called a miso noodle soup is what Rin named it, but noodles are noodles. I love them all. So this is Sheep Shark by Xiangxia, and the jellyfish is the spaceship, and the sharks are covered in sheepy fluffiness, and it's sucking it up. Why, Abigail? Why does it make you cry? Because they're separated? It doesn't matter. And then you saw this one if you saw Lazy River Diamond Paintings on Instagram. This is Sun and Moon, also by Karen Yumi Lusted. And then there's this one. You might actually be surprised by the artist of this one. So I will let you guess. And then this is the other one from Xiangxia that we're going to be releasing called Treasure Shark. Oh, Cooter, you love sunflowers too, don't you? I'm sorry. You were saying you're on a no-buy, and here I am today like, look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. And then that one's already out. Okay, now some of them are not in the right format, so I'm going to have to stop sharing for a second and then share something else. Oh, and I own, I didn't say, I think everyone else I said, but I own both the crop and uncrop is Amelia Leonard's. That's the shark, the treasure shark one. And I know I use a lot of gold, but I feel like that one definitely needs to have gold and crystals. Okay, so there's one more from Victoria Rivero. And this is the last one that we have from her, but I do want to license more. So if you guys like her, please let me know somehow so that I can go ahead and license more images from her. I just didn't want to take all of her stuff and then someone else wanted something and would be able to move more pieces. So, help if I do the right thing. It's almost done. No new Raguzi art, Melanie. I tried to get the new Hades and Persephone, but she decided that she is not licensing that piece. Hi, Ashley. They're not all coming out at the same time, Abigail. I'm going to split them up. So I know this is overwhelming right now, but they aren't all going to drop at the same time. So this one is called Festival of Ribbons by Victoria Rivero. She didn't have a name for it, so I just named it. But yeah, I am excited to see all these different brightly colored ribbons and the pastel pink and purple clouds. I just really like this one. This is one of my favorites from her. And then we have a new artist. Let me get her images. I know Carol's favorite color is purple, if you didn't know. And since no one guessed, Sunflowers was also by Amelia Leonards, which is so far from her normal style. This is massive. No, down. Okay. And I gotta get one more and then I can show you my screen again. Right, Abigail? Abigail loves Amelia, and it's so out of left field for her. And I think that's why I licensed it, because it showed her diversity as an artist, and it shows diversity in diamond painting. And the sunflowers are really pretty, and sunflowers are summery. So Abigail, that depends, because I was saying if there's certain ones, I don't have renders for all of them, but if there's certain ones that you guys see the renders and you really like, let me know so I know how to organize it. Like, I know which ones have the highest demand. So I'm not saying I'm going to release all of them at the same time, but I have an idea where to start. And no, Carol's favorite color, I think, is actually close to mine, like an aqua green color, where light pastel blue and pastel green meet in that color range. Okay, so you guys ready to see the new artist? You've seen it if you follow us on Instagram. If you don't, then you're about to. And I am super excited I got her. This is Hades and Persephone. And I love her. I love all the greenish glow in the background. I like how it's dark in the back, and she's just blossoming spring with her pomegranate, and he's taking her back to the underworld, and she's chained, and it's colorful. I just absolutely love this one. Abigail, I'll do that in DM because it was a pain in the ass to get them all up. This one, they only did like 60 by 88 or something, and it lost a lot of detail. Her face kind of looked patchy. His face had a lot of pastel colors that were like right next to each other, and it just looked weird. So I asked them to go bigger, and it is square. But because there's so much detail and so many little flowers and so many little butterflies, it'll probably be quite big. And I tried not to be too expensive. I kind of want to be in that mid-range area, because we really don't need a whole bunch of companies having them up over $100. But if the piece requires it, then that's what I'm going to do. So definitely going to be big. I asked to see 80 by 100 and something and see what that looks like. And if I have to, I'll go up. But I hope I don't have to, because my desk won't fit anything bigger than 80. And that's pushing it. And now the next one is feet pics. The Astrologist. Also by Irene's Color, same artist as Hades and Persephone. Most of her work is fan art, and I prefer to stay away from fan art. I don't want to mess with the legalities of that. I don't want my artists getting in trouble. So I'm just staying away from fan art in general, and most of it was. It was a lot of anime stuff that they probably wouldn't even notice, but still. She had these two that were not either not fan art or not commissions for book covers. Include it with the roofing quotes. They're not always big. Some of them are like 60 by 60, Abigail. This one's probably going to have to, I think I did get this one back, and I think I was happy with the size, but I don't remember what the size was. So yeah, these are the only two that she had. She also had a Zodiac series, but it was a lot of monochrome in the back, and there's so many Zodiac already that I wasn't sure how those would perform. So I decided to not license those, but she did just finish another Greek goddess that I just got, which I'm going to show you real quick before I show you charting or renders. And then she's working on 4 different season fairies. So there's a fall fairy, a winter fairy, a spring fairy, and a summer fairy. I thought she had already finished those and just never put them on Instagram, but she's actually actively working on them. So she's going to show me those when she finishes them. And so I'm going to take Astrologist down now. I love owls also. I have. So you know that I actually do love owls. I have an owl tattoo. His name is Perseus. That's my owl, because I love owls, because they're a symbol for wisdom. Now this other one, I haven't sent it, but I could. Or I can hold off for another time. Hi, Linda. Welcome. So let me show Iris. And then it should be fairly easy to show you the other ones because they're all in the same folder. And here's Iris. Abigail, we can always do trades. Same with Elizabeth. I am down if you're down. So this is Iris. She just finished it. She's a more minor goddess in Greek mythology. She is the goddess of the rainbow. It would be perfect for Diamonds and Diversity next year. Actually, it didn't, Linda. I have one on my foot, like the top of my foot. That one was the most painful one I have. And it's just words. So yeah, this one I just got from her. And I can't wait to see what else she does because she's doing this whole series. But I'm so excited. Look at that. She's so cute. The long hair. Anyway, okay. So stop sharing that. And now let me open the right folder for the renders. And sort by date. Oh, and then no one's asked, but Laura, you want me to do it now or hold off a little bit though? He was asking for it, the Medusa piece. I tried with special drills, but it was so confetti heavy and it just looked wonky. So I sent it back to them. Mel, you're getting yours or like the way that I showed it to you. But I had them hand chart that one to try to tone down the number of colors in the snakes and make it more color blocky so that it'll be easier for me to make them glow. I would do it immediately. Well, you can't do it immediately. Our event's coming up. Okay. So when you first see these images, they're at like a very low percent, and I will zoom into 100% so you can see what it will actually look like. But just to start, it's going to look, some of them are going to look a little wonky until you zoom in. Oh, yeah, your oldest nephew, right? Here comes the whip queen. Come on. Make sure it's showing the right window. Okay, Laura, I love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. I hope Doggo feels better. Technically, Adam should be taking care of the dog. Okay, so this one right now is at 36%. And this is what it looks like. But this is 100%. And this is before the designer has cleaned up stuff. So here's Mermaid Queen, again by Karen Yumi Lusted. Let's look at the tail. And I'm pretty sure this is in round. Linda, birds will get you, especially if you got French fries. Okay, he did all day. So yeah, since Koi Mermaid was square, I decided to do this one in round. So here's Mermaid Queen. And then this is Hathor. So Mermaid Queen should be one of the first ones we put out. Is that what you're telling me, Cooter? Or do you want me to wait until the roof is done and the car is done? Aw, thank you, Abigail. Yeah, I love the way they render her art because it can be weird with watercolor, but I like it. And then Hathor, this is at 38%. So let's zoom in. This is 100%. And I'm pretty sure she's an Egyptian goddess. Cooter, your birthday's coming. There's this one. Okay, next is the fairy. Is Sophie still here washing dishes? This is at 43%. Thank you, Abigail. I think that's why I haven't changed it because I'm having to make a lot of manual changes and I'm always like having to get on them about trying to change things and get better. But I like the way they render and everything else can be improved. My hope is as I grow, they will also grow. They can get better equipment. They can actually, I can suggest what I would like. And hopefully they do that. So this is, I think Moon Fairy was what her name was, by Bryn at 100%. Here she is. I wish I could show you like the whole thing at 100%, but that can't happen on the computer. I sorry. Or can it? I don't know. Here you go. No, that's 43. Yeah, can't. And then this is Ione, the full size at 38%. Zoom in to 100. There's some nipple action. And then, yeah. Ah. Thanks, Abigail. Yeah, I'm trying slowly. You know, the stickers came first, and then hopefully they'll change the plastic next so I don't have to hear Laura complain about it. Next one is the crop. This is at 55%. This is at 100. And like I said, the full size is square, the crop is round. So if you don't want to see the lady bits, but you like the rest of it, there's still an option for you. And then Carol, which one do you like so much? The Ione one? That's Melanie's favorite too. Melanie, you love some Amelia Leonard. And then this is Xianxia. It's at 57%. Matt at first was like, it looks washed out. But once you zoom in to 100, it's not quite as washed out looking. So there's the Shock babies. This is Treasure Shark at 53%. And then at 100. And then this is Aquario by Vicky Rivero at 41%. That's what I said. When I zoomed in, he's like, okay, that looks better. I'm like, it's also like all pastel colors, so it's going to look faded. It's not meant to be bright. But this is Aquario at 100%. Called the Tropical Fishies. I wish she had like every zodiac, but she doesn't. I think she's got one more. Yay! You're so cute. And this is the same girl from Jellyfish, I think. Like, I think it's the same character she drew for both of them. I do too, Abigail. Who am I kidding? I just like color. Bright color, pastel color, I don't care. I just like colors. If it's colorful, I like it. So there's Aquario. Next is Festival of Ribbons. This is at 32%. I think she agrees that she loves pastel, you silly butt. At 100, and again, these are all before the designer has touched them. So this is just a computer generated, and then they try to clean it up and get rid of wonky colors. And there's this one. Cooter's like, yes to both. And then this is the Astrologist at 39%. This is Irene's color. And at 100, see, there's some turquoise in here, Carol, and aqua. And I know you like owls too. I don't have cats this time, but I can show you the cats if you want to see it. And then this is The Sun and Moon by Karen at 36%. And this is at 100. No cats. You complain that I make you want to spend too much. Then when I don't have cats, you complain that I don't make you want to spend on a cat. I think it is. It looks like it. Oh, the Astrologist, no. Sun and Moon is. Astrologist, I think I did round, but I can have them do it in square for you. Yeah, I think it's round. Yep. You know how to get in touch when you're ready. I apologize for my grandchild. She's been sassy since birth. I told her yesterday that I love her sass and I love her ass, and she ignored me. And then this is the noodles, the ramen, by Ren Lin at 55%. And at 100, there's going to be a lot of color blocking. But some people like a good mix. So go bug Elizabeth about getting cats in space again. And then this is Magic Potion Shop. This one's at 49% right now. So let's zoom in. And this is at 100%. I don't know what I'm going to have them do because this looks good. You can tell what that is. I don't know what I'm going to have them do with that. We'll see what the designer does, and then I can just tweak after. And that's everything that I have. Are they like wet and crunchy or just like crunchy, like you might as well just take it out of the box and eat it? This one's a 60 by 60. Thank you, Chris. Hi, welcome, by the way. Been lurking. So yeah, Hades and Persephone, I'm waiting on the bigger one. Mermanatee, I'm waiting on a smaller one. And then she hasn't done either from CJ or the sunflowers from Amelia yet. But see, they're not all massive. Semi-soft. Do you feel it like going in your mouth? Yeah, I'm happy with the 60 by 60. For like the Rinlin and the Xeon Kia, I can get away with smaller ones since they're not like super, super detailed, like Hades and Persephone. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. And then there's an artist that I've been obsessed with for a long time, since last summer. And Cooter, I've had her on my my Safari, like as a window to contact again at some point since last summer. And Cooter sent me a picture from her and asked if I've licensed her. And I said, no, not yet, but now I need to get on it. So I've got to reach out to her soon. But these are all the ones that I have coming up. Yeah. Oh, Abigail. Abigail, you missed it. Should I tell the church story again for those that were here the first time and want to see Abigail's reaction? Yeah. I could also just like close out of it, but this is 100%. That's like 62, 56. Hey, Matthew. I don't, besides like these little cutesy animal ones, unfortunately, I don't think so. There's like the treasure shark, the ramen, the jellyfish UFO. Yeah, that's basically it. CJ does have some male characters. I've licensed one of his male characters, but they always look somewhat androgynous, so you can't always tell. I could crop some of the top, but then I think it would be confusing with the background. Like, I feel like the length lets you know it's a full tree shadow. Yeah, Elizabeth and Abigail both in chat. They each have their own they each have their own shops. Abigail, I know she was looking for cryptids, but I don't know if she got any cryptids yet. But I know that's something she's super into and she'd like to license. I have one that I have to commission the artist for, but since I haven't done that yet, I can't really talk too much about it because I don't want someone to steal my idea. But if you're into literary characters, it's a male literary character that you might like. Elizabeth is right. Yes. I'd like to get more male geared ones. It's just hard to find. Monrays, who did Bloodbath, and he was asking for it, the Medusa piece that's not out yet. He has a lot of male related art. There's a lot of gay character art. I love his work. I wanted to license his work, but he doesn't work that way. He doesn't license out any of his own pieces unless you commission him specifically to make a specific piece that is entirely your concept, and he'll draw it up for you. But he wants references. Like, you have to come up with how you want everything to look. You are getting cryptids. Okay. So yeah, that's all we got for right now. So taking it to a vote, if you had to pick one or two max for the first ones to launch that I have mock-ups for, which ones would you pick? Recap. Why? Some of them are not the same kind of files, so then I have to keep changing the screen sharing. Okay, let me go back to diamond paintings. Aquario. Or do you want to see the render, not the original? Well, Aquamarine I don't have the charting for. Lady with the boob, Ione. Okay. So let me go back to the renders. Okay, so this is the last one, going backwards. This is Magic Potion Shop, Miso Noodle Soup, Sun and Moon, The Astrologist, Festival of Ribbons, Aquario, Treasure Shark, Sheep Shark, Ione Crop, Ione, Moon Fairy. I can't remember if that's the name of this one. It's some kind of fairy. Hathor, and Mermaid Queen. And that's it for these. Yeah, this one, he walks in a galaxy of his own. Matthew, if you're still here, that's a male figure. Mermaid with the fancy tail and the astrologist. But above those, I need all Rinlin. Okay. Abigail, look at it though. Look at his little wizard hat. And I put ABs in all the mushrooms. Yeah, see? He's got a little wizard hat on. It's so cute. That's like the story time with the butt crack. It's like my favorite part is the butt crack. Sharks and Mermaid Queen. This is no help. Everyone's voting. Okay. I really wish Hades and Persephone I had the final one because that's like I'm dying for that one. Right? She did 1 million cats already. Like the last run was like 70% cats, I feel like. Well, didn't you order Cats in Space? So you'll get cats in like 2 weeks. Hopefully. So I can stop sharing this now. Hi, I'm back. So yeah, that's what we have coming up. There may or may not be some already up tonight. Like I said, we're going to do small spurts, like 3 or 4. Yes, but it's not enough. Okay, I'll try to work on getting more cats. I'm just going to open a shop that's all cats. All cat images. That's it, just cats. Even though I have 3 dogs and no cats. Do you want to see a cat? I can try to find you a cat that I haven't released yet. Oh, I already thought of one. There's actually a few. Okay, there's one. I do like that cat one with the witch and all the mums. Oh, yes. By Karen. There. The one she's talking about is Witch and Cat 21. That's already out. There's a kitty. And then I'm in my email, so I have to be careful. And then, oh, that one doesn't have a cat. The fall one doesn't have a cat. The winter one does. The purple one's already out. I can find out because it's already been charted for Sylphie, but I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure the entire black background is all one color. And then I made the stars, the white stars, AB. And then there's this one, the winter snow adventure with friends with the mushroom, and another froggy with the wizard hat. And then Let me stop sharing for a second so I can get into a different email. All right, I'm going to show you guys everything that I have from Zheong Kia, okay? We're going to end this on a cutesy note with Zheong Kia's art, and then I'm going to go because I don't know what else to talk about. I just wanted to give you guys updates and check in. Arctic Floof, Matt is mad at me that this one's not out already, but it's winter. It's got to wait until closer to winter. And then there's Bubble Shark. And then this will be for Christmas. It's a Christmas robin. Wearing a Santa hat. That one's out already. That one's out already. There's a little deer. Looks like Bambi. And then there's a cat in a flower pot. Abigail. Goat is already out. Hedgehog is already out. And then there's Icy Wolf. So as you can see, there's quite a few winter ones. Mouse Adventures is out. Panda and Cub, that's another one I really wanted to release. But Matt told me to do the Treasure Shark instead. So maybe next time I'll do this one. Then there's Penguin and Snow. Rainy Day is out. Then there's Shark Night with a Dragon. This one's really cute too. But the white isn't going to be fun. Even though some people like color blocking, I feel like white is the worst. I already showed you that one. There's a snowy owl showing you his booty. Because they're separated, Abigail. And then there's a spotted bunny. And then there's a starry goldfish. This one's out already, the fox and the butterfly. And this one's out already. And that's it from Zheong Kia for now. Yeah, Carol, most of them are like 60 by 60-ish. Some of them might be even smaller. No, I'm sorry, Abigail. Maybe he likes being out in the rain. Maybe the inside cat is sad that he can't be outside exploring. So yeah, that is a bunch of work from Xeon Kia because they're cute. Cute. See? Liam likes it. And I think that's all I have to talk about for today. So I don't have any cat riding fishy ones. Do I? Did I show one? I don't think so. I'm sorry, Abigail. I'll see if I can get Xeon Kia to make a painting of you rescuing the cat. What's ironic? That I have so many cats and you love cats and you have a raccoon and I love raccoons. And we can do a trade Z's if you want to. Exactly. I'm surprised you didn't just like search cat images and reach out to everybody. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will reach out to that other artist soon, and hopefully I will have an announcement if she answers and says yes. It's probably, I know Cooter likes it, but Melanie, you'll probably like this artist too. I think I could be wrong. So I will shoot you her profile. And I can't wait either. Although maybe I can, because once the boxes come and be like, oh, double the work. I like can't move after, but I have cookies now, so that'll help with the pain. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry that I just did a random pop-up on the weekend where I'm sure other people are live, and I'm sorry if I interrupted anybody else's live. But Thursday, I'm not sure what happened, but I couldn't go live. It's also that lady time, so this is why I look like this. I'm just tired. But yeah, it's been a while, so I just want to check in. And for those who don't get emails, let them know what's going on with their kits that are in production right now, because I don't want people to feel like they're being scammed. It's just, I didn't think through like 13 images at the same time as a sale and how long it was going to take the designer to render all that. So thank you guys so much for being patient. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you guys all love the art. It makes me so happy when people love the art that I love. And yeah, you may want to turn on notifications for Lazy River Diamond Painting if you don't already, so that when I do announce that there's new stuff on the website, you'll be the first to know. But it's not like they're going to sell out, so it's okay. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. Bye.